If I don't, I'll be destitute. No home, no money, and what will happen to you? To Petunia?
You're too old to find other work, Nanny.
Then marry him and divorce him. According to the will, divorce qualifies him as well. Your father never got over the fact that you were born a boy. He thought women should be wives, not doctors.
You want to be a doctor? Women can be doctors? Who's ever heard of such a thing?
Never mind. We've had a long journey, and we're all very tired. The aura in this room is gray. The color of bleakness and defeat. Dreams dying. Nothing but gray.
Nanny, stop it. You mean gray like fog rolling in? I think I see it too. Blinding, stupefying fog.
What? Sorry, Catherine. I'm just trying to help you. Tell my story.
I want to go home.
We're not going home. We're staying in the East Wing on 3rd floor. Won't you go up and start unpacking?
Upstairs? By myself?
Yeah.
All right.
Go on down.
I'm going.
You're actually not even moving a little.
Here I go now. By myself. At the door. Go upstairs.
You're standing so still, it's like you've taken root.
I'm going. No one stops me. All right.
Nanny, you know how impressionable she is? You can't be talking of fog and murder. But I'm psychic. It's a gift, actually. I've known you my whole life. You never mentioned this psychic gift of yours before. Speaking of gifts, where is your bodyguard? I don't know. Nor do I think a bodyguard is an appropriate wedding gift. Shh. No one must know. It doesn't look good. Oh, there he is now, jogging around the perimeter, making sure everything is in order. For heaven's sake, Nanny, this is the home of my fiancé, it's not a war zone. Oh, here he comes now. My goodness, he's fast. Look out. Can't he walk in like a normal human being? This is extremely unnerving. Everything about this wedding is unnerving. I'm going upstairs. Good work, Brutus. Now, let's go check out the stables. See if anything is saddled up for a quick getaway.
I never thought I'd live to see the day when our nephew Algernon would marry Catherine. And we will no longer be the mistresses of this, our family home.
Well, they're not married yet, and we still have to give them our surprise gift tonight.
We always hoped he would marry Lady Virginia.
Oh, she's been sweet on him for years, but nobody knows exactly where she is.
Has she gone missing?
All we know is that she's off somewhere on a scientific expedition with Algernon's brother Heathcliff. We haven't heard from them in some time, and we're not even sure if they got the message we sent to Ulaanbaatar, which is apparently somewhere on the eastern subcontinent.
Now, run along and help Alma in the kitchen with the cooking. Let's go check the guest bedrooms.
Here I am, darling. There's a lot of luggage for just a weekend.
It's a wedding. I have to look my best. For Algernon. I mean, for his marriage to the mousy Catherine. I don't know what he sees in her.
I hear she is very rich.
As is Algernon.
Very, very rich.
Marrying her for her money. That would explain everything.
Well, it doesn't explain why you seem to be more interested in Algernon than you are in me, your husband. Why is that?
My dear, dreary husband. You have to ask.
If I have to ask what? What does that mean, Scarlett? I have to ask. I'm asking. Why are you more interested
Don't
in...
grovel, darling. Do something useful.
Well, what shall I do?
Such a sweet simpleton, Spencer. Call for the servants.
Hello? Hello?
Thoughtful, timorous, timid Spencer. Hey!
I heard yelling. Mr. and Mrs. Gildalby, welcome to the Withering Heights.
Heathcliff? Lady Virgin
Heathcliff? Oh, it's the Gildalbys. Prudence, Constance, you're standing right there.
We see that?
We're not blind.
Hello, dear Constance. I fear I may be deaf after Scarlett's caterwauling.
My ears are aflame with the pain.
Apologies for yelling.
No apology necessary, dear Spencer.
And it wasn't you who was yelling. It was your hooligan wife.
I am not a hooligan.
Now, you're a would-be homewrecker is what you are.
You're trying to make me leave. The good neighbor that he is, Algernon, invited us to this wedding, and I am determined to stop. I mean, stay. I am determined to stay for this wedding, no matter what you say.
If you go into the parlor, I'll bring you some tea. Betty here will take your luggage up to your rooms.
Lily here, you don't have to curtsy. There's no room here.
I apologize.
You have nothing to apologize for.
I'm sorry.
Or to be sorry for. It's quite the same thing.
I'm so stupid.
No.
Maybe a little.
Scarlett, she's just a girl.
A girl who's a little stupid.
Please forgive me.
Lulu, come with me. I need help serving tea.
Let me...
Don't you work up a servant, Spencer. It's unseemly. Have I taught you nothing?
It's fine, I'll manage.
Bertie, there you are. Have you heard from Lady Virginia?
No, sir. We have not. Are you okay?
Of course.
If you forgive me saying so, you seem quite startled, especially considering you to be married tomorrow. Is it because of the finances?
Partially. And on top of that, I am marrying a woman who's being forced by circumstance to marry me. She doesn't love me.
And do you love her?
Catherine's been my friend since childhood. Of course I love her.
As a friend or as a wife?
And both, of course.
Your hesitation speaks of what your tongue is low to, Master. Surely there is a way to stop this marriage?
If we don't get married, we're both ruined, Bertie. I shouldn't have spoken of it. We'll never speak of it again.
Understood.
I'm going for a walk.
Before you do, sir, your aunties have insisted that I make you apply the fixed paper room.
Bertie, I don't need.
Just do it, sir. Your aunties have always insisted that you have weak lungs. It makes them happy. Very good, sir. Be careful on the cliffs now.
Bertie, Prudence and Constance are fit to be tied. They so dislike Scarlett Gildalby.
Or maybe they dislike the thought of Catherine being the mistress of the house. They're used to having their own way around her.
Lulu, that sounds very much like gossip.
I'm sorry, it's just that I heard them talking.
And now she's carrying tales.
I'm a horrible person.
You're not horrible, Lulu. I heard it almost say much the same thing this very morning in the kitchen.
I might have said it, but I wasn't gossiping.
I don't see the difference.
Come on then, before the tea gets cold.
going to be a long weekend. I must use the power of positive thinking.
I'm here for my bad gal looking on some piece of her scarf with David. She is awful.
Oh, she's not that bad. The power of positive thinking, Betty. Now turn that frown upside down.
Alright, Birdie, I'll do my best to keep smiling.
My pillows are practically flat. Either fluff them fully or get me new ones.
Right away.
Of course.
Upwards and onwards.
Oh, Heathcliff, we made it. Oh, it feels so good to be back from our travels. And after 2 years, it must feel good for you to be back.
Yes, it does. Remember how cold the Antarctic was?
Do I? And then you insisted, it was so cold there, you insisted we go all the way back to the Amazon to warm up.
It was very, very hot.
So hot that we had to go all the way to the Asian steppes in midwinter just to cool off.
Also, on your insistence, turning what was to be a 2-month trip into a 2-year one.
What an adventure!
I'm looking so forward to seeing Algernon.
Yes, where is he? And where are my dear aunts? No!
Could that be them?
Ah! Thief! Cupboard!
Damn you, ruffian! Wait! Don't!
Tiger up, Heathcliff! I've got plenty of rope!
No! No! I'm an old lady, for heaven's sake!
Nanny!
You know this woman?
It's Captain's name. Give us a hug. This is my friend and fellow explorer, the Lady Virginia.
Hello.
Let me out!
And what about this one? I could throw him off the cliff.
No!
Did somebody ask for your opinion?
No! Don't gag him. That's Brutus.
Who's Brutus?
He's my nurse.
A male nurse.
Are you ill? No. I'm psychic. And the universe speaks to me. It told me to get a body. Nurse. Male nurse. To guard my body as nurses do.
You don't say.
What is this looking at? Hello.
Is that you, Lady Virginia? Sitting on top of a man?
That can't be Lady Virginia.
It is. Hello. Delightful to see you all.
You're sitting on top of a man.
That's Brutus. He's with me.
Someone get her off of me.
Birdie, don't look so shocked. Look at the bright side. I guess they're unfamiliar terms very quickly.
Oh, Bertie, be of love and draw me a bath, would you?
And one for me. Very, very hot. We're just back from Mongolia, where we followed in the footsteps of Genghis Khan.
We camped in yurts, burned dried yelp food for warmth, and drank Irad for sustenance.
What's Irad?
It's fermented mare's milk.
You'll have to give me the recipe.
You milk a mare, and then you let the milk spoil.
Yummy.
To get here, we crossed the sea working on a cargo ship. We haven't bathed in months or changed our clothes.
See why I tackled him? A strange man running towards the house.
You did exactly the right thing, Brutus. On the basis of their hair alone. I'm surprised these two haven't been arrested for disturbing the peace.
We were arrested in Manchester, but we broke free and we ran away.
You ran it from Manchester?
We didn't want to miss the wedding.
So, bringing gag food. Is that what that smell is?
Being natural, you're not often in car these days, right, Betty?
In my case, Birdie, let's draw them fast. Although, please, I'll alert the aunties.
I don't know about you, Brutus, but I'm exhausted. my age.
Brutus is young and strong. He is not exhausted. He is embarrassed that a woman hog-tied him like that. You will never be the same.
Don't be embarrassed. Times are changing and women are too. Some of them don't wear hats or gloves. Have you noticed? They're cutting their hair short and showing their ankles. It's scandalous.
I've never met a woman like that one. She wears boots. Her hair looked like the nest of angry birds. She had moths in her hair. Moths! She threw me on the ground like I was nothing. My life has no meaning.
You're a circus acrobat, turned bodyguard, pretending to be a veiled nurse. And you have a job to do. Protecting Catherine from herself. That's meaning enough for anyone. Where is Algernon?
He's out walking. He's always out walking. Rain or shine, fog or snow. He's out walking.
Lulu, dear, what have you said about exaggeration?
I'm sorry.
So, where is he?
Out walking.
Who is that manly man with you?
This is Brutus, my nurse.
A male nurse?
I know it's unusual, but times are changing.
I think it's commendable. Just commendable. Maybe you'll want to learn how to cook.
I would love to help with the teaching.
Lulu, come on, before the tea gets cold. Lulu.
Sorry, coming.
I think it's nap time, Brutus.
But I am not tired.
No! Have you forgotten the code words already?
Oh, yes, I go.
Hello, Nanny. I hope you had a good journey.
We did! Thank you.
Would you care to join us in the ballroom where the reception will be? Then we'll have tea.
I would love to.
Finally, some refreshments. We're famished.
Would you like to join the aunts in the parlor? Or would you take tea here?
You have to ask Alma. Really.
Just to make sure, I'll serve it here.
Black flowers. Black. Very unusual for a wedding reception.
Yes, they're dead. We went to some trouble to find any dead roses that hadn't crumbled.
Hello, I'm Smith de Delvine. This is my wife Scarlett.
Hello, I'm Catherine's nanny.
And they call you, let me guess, Nanny?
Yes, they do.
How original.
We should have warned you. She's awful.
If you must defend my wife, she's not that awful.
Shut up, Spencer.
On the other hand, I think you'll find the tea delicious.
Nanny, I can't find
asked for his water practically boiling.
Oh, beloved Heathcliff.
And the Lady Virginia. We do so love her. She's known Algernon since she was a child, just like Catherine. Actually, only better. Much better.
We'll just refill the teapot.
We wonder, we haven't heard of Catherine in some time now, and all of a sudden we hear she's marrying Algernon. How did that come about, we wonder?
Well, they've been corresponding, and
I don't think I'll wait that long to bathe ever again. That bath is glorious.
Oh, Lady Virginia, we're so glad you're here.
And dear Heathcliff,
We have missed you so.
it's so good to have the baby of the family back home again.
Poor motherless child.
I wasn't motherless. I had two mothers. My aunties, the best in the world.
Oh, Heathcliff, always the sweetest boy.
No wonder we spoiled him.
Not at all, Auntie Constance. You brought me up to appreciate the little things in life, but I especially appreciate the two of you.
Oh. Where's Algernon?
he's out walking.
Oh.
Is this his scarf?
It is.
Why don't I take it to him? I remember what weak lungs he has.
So thoughtful.
Wait until you've had your tea.
It won't take long.
No, no, no. We won't hear of it. We waited 2 years for this moment.
All right. Anything my dear aunties want.
Hey dear, we've been so busy. Would you be kind enough to bring in the mail?
From outside?
Yes, outside, at the end of the lane.
By myself?
Yes, by yourself.
But it's almost dark, and there's a smell of murder. You know. Well, that smell is probably Heathcliff and I before our baths.
Not another word, Petunia. You can't keep being afraid of every shadow. Off you go.
All right, I'm going.
And yet your feet are not even moving a little.
Right. Are you sure?
My goodness, while we're still young. Oh wait, it's too late. You're not in the Alps.
So, if no one stops me, here I go. I'm gone. Unless anyone has second thoughts.
Get out!
Well, first of all, I want to know if any funny business went on between you and Heathcliff.
Rodents! Of course not! It was just a scientific expedition that turned into a slog of adventure. There was absolutely no funny business.
I can attest to that.
It was wrong of me to ask, but I don't regret it. I really wanted to know.
So, Nanny, you were telling us how this marriage between Catherine and Algernon came about?
Yes, how did it come about?
For some time, there have been letters going back and forth.
I hope I'm not too late for tea.
Hello, Algernon.
Heathcliff. Welcome home, little brother.
Your nuptials, Algernon. We had quite time getting here, but we made it.
We is Lady Virginia.
Hello, Algernon.
Virginia.
That's it? She runs here all the way from Manchester, and that's all you've got, Algernon?
Well, this is interesting.
Algernon, I need to speak with you. Privately.
Oh, Algernon surprises here. Proves that I hired the Rowing Society of Poets and Yeomen to perform for us this evening as a present to our dear nephew Algernon.
Well, where is Catherine?
I don't know. Frankly, I'm starting to get a little worried.
We charge by the hour, which says we've crossed the threshold.
Which we've crossed.
Well then, let's begin. You can now tell Catherine what she missed when she gets back.
I am Mackenzie. We are the Rowing Society of Poets and Yeomen, just back from a tour of Stratford-on-Avon. So inspiring. myself and dark not day.
Better dead. I don't wake up because I'm dead, right, Betty?
Let's hear it and then decide.
I wake and feel the fell of dark, not day.
Dark, dark, dark.
What hours? Oh, what black hours we have spent this night. Dark night.
Dark, dark night.
They got that right.
And my lament.
Lamenting! It cries countless cries like dead letters sent to the dearest hymn that lives alas! Alas!
Thank you very much. Now,
Neutral Tones by Thomas Hardy.
The smile on your mouth was the deadest thing alive enough to have the strength to die.
The strength to die, in a grin of bitterness, but thereby like an ominous bird a wing! Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. What are they doing?
Things that both make the sound of the wind.
Since then, keen lesson that love deceives and rings with wrong, have shaped to me Catherine's face, and a God her son, and a cheek, and a ponage with grave sleeves.
And see.
Catherine's face. Thomas already did it right.
Bravo! Bravo!
Brilliant! Poetry is truth.
That was completely uncalled for. It's my life and I'll marry who I wish.
He's right! He should marry the woman he loves! Well, now look what you've done, Algernon.
Me? It was those poets.
We do the size of poems we're told to do by them.
They were the ones who said substitute towards your case for Catherine's face.
That was clever, wasn't it?
You know what would be fun? If Algernon would read us his wedding vows.
You did write them yourself, I assume?
Scarlet, you're doing that thing you do again.
What things?
Being a complete and utter prat.
You will pay for that, Mark Spencer.
I know, but it feels so awfully good to say it.
Good for you, Spencer.
We'd love some tea, and to get out of this room.
Extremely uncomfortable in this room.
Follow me, poets.
This. I found this by the cliffs.
Oh! It's Catherine's! Oh! Catherine! Oh!
Nanny, the poor dear.
What's happened?
It's Catherine. She must have slipped off the cliffs, fell into the water, and got swept out to sea.
See?
No, it can't be.
I saw Catherine going on the cliff. I was at the mailbox and I saw the last rays of light catch her shawl, her ribbon, and her gleaming hair.
I'm so sorry, Algernon.
Swept away.
Ah!
Called her name over and over again.
Kathy! Kathy! No answer but the lapping of the waves. Stop that right now.
It's worse than the sound they make with the wings.
Oh, poor Catherine.
I was supposed to protect her.
Oh, my darling girl.
But then I found this on the cliff.
Her hair was pulled right out of her head?
No, Lulu, it's a wig. A bit suspicious, wouldn't you say?
Indeed, it's suspicious. One has to wonder if the same person who found the shawl, disguised with a longer wig, threw her off the cliff. I'm speaking, of course, of Brutus, who already exhibited his aggressive proclivities by attacking me in my own house upon my arrival.
He doesn't have a motive.
He's a brute! That's motive enough!
He's not a brute. He's innocent.
We don't know that! Tie him up! Tie him up right now!
Tie him up! Tie him up!
No, not again.
By the way, we're
my life. I just can't stand around here. She's my bride, and now I've always hated the smell. I smell like a mothball in a closed closet.
What's that knocking? It's the shutters banging on the sides of the windows.
No, it's coming from where you're sitting, the window seat. Let's look.
She fainted dead away.
Put her on the couch. And now, who knocks in the window seat?
It's a mummy!
Thank goodness! Catherine, you're alive!
So, the person I saw falling off the cliff wasn't Catherine. So it had to be Brutus. Brutus used to be a circus acrobat in Romania and could tumble down any cliff without getting hurt. Brutus, just in case anyone was watching, put on this wig with Catherine's shawl to impersonate her. He wanted us to think Catherine was dead, but why?
Catherine, what happened? Who put you here?
I don't know. The last thing I remember is Brutus giving me a piece of candy or something.
Brutus put her in the window seat.
That too, Nanny? It was on your orders.
Nanny, stop pretending you're about ready to faint and explain yourself. I did it. Because I didn't want you married a man you don't love. You can't get married if you're not there for the wedding.
Speaking of marriage, this came in the mail. The envelope came open and I peeked in. It's a marriage license. Catherine and Algernon got married earlier today.
No! So the poets were for naught.
Poetry's never for naught.
We still get paid though, right?
We have a lot to explain, Catherine. None of this is done for.
Stay back! Algernon! Algernon! Oh no! He's dead. My brother is dead.
But how could he just die?
It was his weak lungs. I told you he had a cold.
I was within the doctor's office last week. The doctor pronounced him completely healthy.
Let's review this interesting situation. So although Catherine didn't want to marry Algernon, she did it to save herself in destitution. And now before the day is out, he's dead. Convenient. So she gets Wuthering Heights. Does that sound like a motive, or is it just me?
What are you saying?
This was no natural death. It was murder, actually.
Murder! Tie her up! Tie her up! I was lying in a sheet in the window seat. I'm innocent. I tried to warn you. Don't get married, I said. Now is not a good time for I told you so, Nanny.
I believe Catherine is innocent. There's just a guilty brute who drugged and stuffed this woman into the window seat.
I don't have a motive.
And no means. He's been tied up for falling off cliffs this whole day.
Scarlett, you had a motive. Everyone knows that you wanted Algernon and his wealth, so you figured if you can't have him, no one can.
Oh, please. I was a killer. I would have killed my husband long ago.
Hey!
Well, maybe Spencer did it. His motive was his jealousy.
No, he couldn't have done it. He's got a noodle for a spine.
Hey!
Well, maybe Maddie did it. She didn't want Catherine and I marrying Algernon.
I admitted that. That's why I had Brutus put her in the window seat. You take liberties, you know that, Nanny?
Yeah, she does. Servants shouldn't put their employers in window seats. Horrific. Dangerous. It is a gateway crime that could lead to murder. Tie her up.
That's ridiculous! Tie her up! Tie her up! The poets are out of control. See what you did with your auras and your voices from the universe? That is exactly like saying I told you so. I know. Listen, everyone. Me and Alcott had a plan. I had no intentions of stealing his home or his money. We were friends. I just wanted to keep my home so that me, Nanny, and the servants wouldn't be homeless. The marriage license is a fake.
A fake? That's illegal right there.
Tie her up!
I am tied up. The plan was for me and Algernon to pretend we were married, then I would go back home, and Algernon would search the world for the woman he truly loves, Virginia.
Oh,
Catherine didn't marry him for his money. Do you know something that ants don't know? This estate is penniless.
no!
That's right. By marrying her, or pretending to, she was going to give him money out of her own inheritance. That is love, actually.
Thank you, Bertie. Love, true friendship.
What happened here is murder.
So, what killed him? And who?
If we know what killed him, we can figure out who. We all had tea, we all had cookies. No one was even near him when he decided to go out and look for Catherine.
He should have put more fix on his throat. We told him, but he didn't listen. His throat. The scarf. He put on the scarf moments before he collapsed, right before we had tea. Heathcliff, you touched the scarf.
So?
Look, you had gloves on, and you have gloves on now.
So do you!
They're dress gloves. That's not what you're wearing.
He's wearing working gloves. No one wears them inside.
My hands got cold, and I don't want to be touching a corpse with my bare hands. This cold that killed him is probably contagious.
In Mongolia, we found a highly poisonous flower, the gelsemium flower, and you could have made a tincture.
When? We just got here.
During your bath, Bertie said you wanted water practically boiling. That's when you made a tincture of dulcinea. The poison is on the glove which you spread on the scarf when you picked it up. You then made sure you put it on right after the Vicks.
That was so clever, don't you think?
The Vicks vapor rub. We may be able to save him. And don't touch him. There's a poison mist around him. Hold your noses if you get close. Heathcliff is trying to hide behind the coat rack.
No, I'm not!
Tie him up! Tie him up!
Welcome to the club, mate.
Because of the Vicks vapor rub, he's not dead. It formed a greasy ring of protection on his skin and a mentholated mist around his head. We have to walk him around. Bertie, come and help me whack him on the back so he exposes the bad air.
Not into the kitchen.
He coughed. He's alive. Give him room, everyone.
Virginia, what happened?
You were poisoned.
You almost died.
And while you were unconscious, I found out some things about your feelings for me.
Can we have some privacy, please? This isn't my idea of privacy.
This is as good as it's going to get, dear.
And then,
You never told me that you had feelings for me.
it wasn't until you left that I realized how I felt about you. You were supposed to be back in 2 months, but you were gone for over 2 years.
Thanks to Heathcliff. Your brother is insane, you know.
No, he's just a little spoiled.
More than a little. He tried to kill you.
Heathcliff, why?
Because I have nothing. It's all yours. All the Withering Heights. I thought if maybe you were dead before you were married, it would all be mine. I didn't know it was bankrupt, but I am not insane. If I were tied up, I'd put cheese curds up your nose.
See? Insane.
And I took all your precious money. How do you think I bankrolled a 2-year trip around the world? Ha! I just didn't know you used up all the money.
So Virginia, I'm destitute.
It's an unorthodox marriage proposal, but I accept it. Yes, I'll marry you.
There's still Catherine to worry about. I can't let her lose her inheritance.
I told him our marriage was fake.
You did? Why?
Because I thought you were dead.
And some people thought I killed you.
I would tell the authorities if you tried to pretend you're married to Catherine Algernon. Why should I be the only one stuck in a lousy marriage?
It seems we're trapped.
I have something to show you.
What are they?
They're diamonds that I found in the Amazon. They're worth a fortune, enough to buy both estates, which I will do. And then, Catherine, I will give you yours. And Algernon will still have withering heights.
I paid for the trip, so the diamonds are mine.
You've admitted to stealing Algernon's money to pay for the trip, dear.
So it was Algernon's money that funded the trip? That's what I call poetic justice.
Everyone, quiet! The universe is speaking to me. What's that? Oh, that's good. Delightful. I'll tell them. Algernon and Virginia will be very happy. Catherine, you can become a doctor if you just don't give up. Petunia, you go from being a terrified young woman to a successful writer. Heathcliff spends years in an institution. And eventually gets better and becomes a small farmer and joins the roving society of poets and yeomen.
What about me and, you know?
Well, that's up to you two.
I can make that work.
I see divorce as my future. I become a free man.
You will become no such thing, Spencer.
Not listening, Scarlett. Never listening again.
I can change.